According to the doctor, an operation is needed, but now operation cannot be done anymore. So what can I do? I asked them if there is a medicine that can cure it, but they said there is none. They said the operation is not needed anymore because the occluded vessels has already opened.
Hydrocephalus is an abnormality where there is an occlusion in the ducts inside the brain. Because of this obstruction, the fluid in the brain accumulates. Continuous accumulation of this fluid causes the enlargement of the head of the infants. Before, the real cause of this obstruction has not yet been really discovered yet, but it always ends up with the enlargement of the head of the baby. We can attribute the obstruction of the ducts to the chemicals that damage the ducts, causing a deformity or complete obstruction of the ducts, leading to hydrocephalus.
I learned about Quantumin through a friend who is also using it. Then I also started recommending it to the other people. What I did was I applied Quantumin all over my baby's head. I gave him water with Quantumin drops. I applied Quantumin drops on her eyes. After that, I noticed that there is no more fluid coming out of the baby's eyes. That is a big improvement. Before, she cannot move her head, was just lying on one side. But now, when she wants to move it, she already can. She can now move it from side to side. Before, her arms and legs were flexed and were so stiff. After using Quantumin, there was a great improvement.
There is obstruction in the flow of fluids in the brain ducts, that is why fluid accumulates. This can be helped by Quantumin Plus because the product contains detoxifiers which gradually remove the toxic chemicals as they pass through these blood vessels and narrow and occluded ducts. Once these chemicals are removed, the cause for obstruction is now gone so that there will not be any fluid accumulation, therefore opening the possibility for the head to return to its normal size.
In less than 2 months, I have noticed a big improvement on my baby using Quantumin Plus. I really believe that this product can be used for many health problems. I know it because I am the one really taking care of my baby, and for that I had to be at home all the time. You don't have any idea how hard it was to take care of her because before I had to stay up all night watching her cry, not knowing what to do. Sometimes I even had to put a blanket around me just to make sure that she doesn't fall because I had to hold her all the time. It was only after I discovered Quantumin that the condition of my child became better. That is why I trust this product so much.
We have seen a lot of improvement in case of baby Delphine. In just more than a month of using the product, there was a big reduction in the size of the head of the baby. The size of the mask which used to cover the baby's nose was also reduced such that the nose is now becoming more prominent. The last time we saw the baby, the mask was almost flat already. We cannot really tell up to what extent the product is capable of helping this patient, whether Quantumin Plus can restore the normal size of the head or not. But based on our observation, there is not a drug in the field of medicine that can produce the same result as what Quantumin did.